Up here on top of Interstate 77 on the overpass. I put my stock motor back on, run the aftermarket exhaust. I guess I'm picking it up. Surprises me how different it sounds. I've ran the wheels off of it, but I ain't climbed any steep, fast hills. I think I'll do a little loop, climb the one between Ripley and Fairplain, and then loop back around, probably stop the video back at this bridge. This has got way more the lawnmower sound than what my other motor had. It's a higher pitch or something, and it's not as loud. This motor had a VM26, one of them Mikuni clones on it. And I was getting a backfire. I've been to town twice today before I rejetted it. I did adjust my valves this morning. I've been to town twice today before I rejetted it. But I adjusted my valves first thing this morning. They were tight. Probably never been adjusted. Getting like not very often, but every once in a while like a stumble, and I thought this might have been overjetted, and I took the carb apart. Of course, Mikuni jets are the big headed ones. I don't know if the holes are the same size, but it had a 100 in it. I put a 110 in it. Actually seemed to run about the same. I don't think that stumbles as bad. If I could have found the 105, I probably would have tried it first. But anyways, I was satisfied with it before, with the stock motor, satisfied enough. It just, like I said, I just wished I had a little bit more power out on the main roads when I got on a big hill. This ain't a huge hill, but we'll be hitting it from the very bottom. Not this little bank. I'm talking about the one when we get to go mark. A Fairplain. So I'm just glad I had a extra motor laying around. My bike wasn't out of commission very long. I put my other gas tank and stuff back on too, so I could run my tank bag. I can feel it going down right there. Of course, I'm in fifth. And if I could have found my 16 2-sponge sprocket without having to look at the place for it yesterday, I would have ran it, but I've got exactly the same 1746 sprockets that was on it with the hotter motor. But I have put a smaller back tire on it. I mean, I didn't intend to, but it just happens that this tire was a little bit less diameter, so it's not geared quite as high as it was when I had the Nobbies. This is Fairplain, and then we'll climb that hill. The other side of the hill is Ripley. definitely don't have the power. It's holding its own, but it won't accelerate if I tried to accelerate, that's for sure. Of course, that's way too darn much. Well, I was going 56 on my speedometer when I happened to look. So that would have been 55 miles an hour. Showing 53, but a lot of that's because that car there was going slower. Now 45, but I just barely got the throttle back now for that car. That's what you would expect for a stock motor. But I think it does climb a little bit better than it did with the 17-tooth front sprocket when I had my Nobby. Because it does give me down by half a tooth on the front sprocket. Up there, fire department. They're going back on the road again. Back in a minute, push it downhill. I got up to 64 and that off of it because I don't want to take it. That would have been 62 or 63 actual speed. But it'll take a while to get there, but I can tell it'll still run 70. It might hit 70, it won't have no power once you get up that far in RPMs. I obey the speed limits when I get in town. Bigfoot. When I was a kid, Bigfoot was big. I mean, Bigfoot movies, and Bigfoot was almost $6 million man, and some of them Saturday morning shows I'd watch, and you didn't hear about it for years, but it's kind of made a comeback. I don't believe in stuff like that, of course, but When these tires wear out, I'm gonna put them. When these tires wear out, I'm gonna put them knobbies off the parts brake on this and turn this back into what it's intended to be, or at least what I intended it to be when I got it. It's been so hot and dry, that stuff's dusty. If I was going to buy somebody's house, I'd go slower and keep the dust down. That's real powdery. The bike's probably actually just a hair better on this kind of road than it was with the hotter motor. Because I noticed back there when my tires broke loose, going up that hill a little bit, I thought to myself, if I was on that other one, that I couldn't even been laying that much throttle into it. But you had been more touchy with it. I guess it just depends on how gradually you went with the throttle. I got dyno oil in this now, regular T4. I kind of rode down over the hill there for some reason. This don't have but had 700 miles on it yesterday. 700 some miles on the motor. Probably got 800 and some now. But it's been severely abused. Like I say, the valves didn't have any clearance. At least my 4 and my 5 gauges wouldn't go under either one of them, or .04 millimeter, whatever it is. I use the right ones, and the oil was black. I changed it. I'm going to change it again, probably another 100 miles, just in case I had crud and stuff in it. I cleaned the motor off some before I even took the valve cover off of it, and plus I was afraid it wouldn't cool right with all that mud on top of it. I don't want to kick up dust going by these people's houses. I'll probably eventually fix my other motor. Hopefully, the only thing I have to get is cam gears and timing gears, probably the lower one and the upper one. But I might get a, go ahead and get another cam. There's a bright spot on my cam where when that roller collapsed, everything was still there, but the bearings was out of it. And the framework or whatever of that roller follower was rubbing against my cam, almost acting like the stock followers or lifters or whatever you want to call them. I could have used my Nibby carburetor on this one, but I didn't see any point in it. People get so obsessed with carburetors on these things. It's a magic cure for everything, is a bigger carburetor. Exhaust is your number one mod that you need to make for longevity, probably of the motor and for performance. Maybe even for fuel economy. So we're pretty much back to where we started. Man, that's a big dip in front of that now. And I guess I'll end it here. Same place I started it. Thanks for watching.